Hey guys, it's Chris, the tiny house guy, and we've got a weekend update for you. First thing you'll notice is winter has set in here in New England. Definitely kind of getting icy. It's got some wet, heavy snow. Not a lot of it, but just enough of it to kind of be a pain. We made a ton of progress here on the inside of this. First thing you'll notice is we have tongue and groove pine siding installed. Let me just get in, and then we will show you. So I got like 142 degrees in here. It's like my mom's house, and it's been nice and cozy. Nice place to work all weekend. And actually work in short sleeves because it's so hot in here. I can work in here a little bit, go outside in short sleeves, cut my pieces of wood, come back in, fit them, all that kind of stuff. So that's kind of what we've done with this this tongue and groove stuff. This closet actually got finished. So to see inside, this piece is not on. I might put a finger hole in it and make like a sort of like a place to store stuff underneath that panel. I might put like a compartment underneath it. Haven't decided yet. The tongue and groove stuff that I use, this product is I don't know, it's about 1/4 of an inch thick, maybe a little thicker. I've used this on two of my tiny houses. My first tiny house was a 66 square foot tiny house that I lived in for 18 months. I used this in the entire inside of it. Probably took like 20 bundles to do that house. And in my larger tiny house, which that one right there, which maybe you can't see, that one I used it on the porch and in a couple other strategic areas. It's real easy to work with, cuts easy with a jigsaw. It's pretty nice stuff. This stuff came from Lowe's, was about $23 a bundle of 6. 2 bundles does about the same square footage as a 4x8 sheet of plywood. This is reversible, so it's got that profile on one side and then the flat profile on the other side. I prefer this profile. There's another version of this that is not reversible, that actually has slats cut in it. I think the stuff with the slats cut in it is maybe a little bit better in expansion and contraction. So this is going to tend to cup just a little bit when it gets wet, or in humid conditions. I think the other stuff doesn't quite expand and doesn't tend to want to cup as much. But kind of what it does, it bends, it kind of curves like that when it's up. So you got to make sure you glue it down. So what I did was in here I have it so that it's it's nailed into any place where there's a place to nail it, and then all the other places there's glue between this and the foam. You can sort of see a little glue peeking out right there. The other issue that I run into here, because I wanted this to be lightweight, I didn't put a lot of extra nailers in, so you got issues with the corners like this where there's really no place to nail that to. So I actually shot nails sort of in at a 45-degree angle, like 1.5-inch nails, and up there is another place. Up here, you can see right now I've got that piece just sort of screwed in there just to kind of hold it up until the glue dries. But it kind of makes it a pain in the ass to work with, but I didn't want to do a bunch of nailers because it would have made the insulation hard to install. So it's something you got to deal with. But otherwise, I think it looks pretty nice. That area up front's going to be kind of a pain to do. We'll have to see how that goes. This is going to actually be a little wall that'll be tongue and grooved again. So the bench is done. This is 5.5 millimeter plywood with tongue and groove stuff in the bottom. So we'll finish this up. I have not finished this side yet. This section over in here, again, is going to be sort of for wiring and for utility boxes. I actually just ordered another battery for my Blue Eddy, so I'm going to have 4 kilowatt hours worth of battery. And then I've also got 2 more deployable solar panels, and of course I got 400 watts on the roof, so it should be about 640 watts of solar and 4 kilowatt hours of battery. So I think that will do what I need it to do. Of course, the kitchen still hasn't been installed yet, so next week we'll be probably installing the rest of this. And then I have a little treat for you after this. Separate clip that I shot earlier. I actually put scales under the thing and weighed it, and you will get the drum roll, please, the weight of my camper at this point. Here's a good shot. So you can see these storage compartments. So this has now been sort of tongue and groove. So that's a reasonable size. I'll probably put some kind of a board on top of this with a finger hole that you can pick it up and shove stuff in there for extra storage. That's one of the tricks in tiny houses, is you want to fill up all the nooks and crannies with storage. This one will be probably storage for the bedroom area. You'll be able to cram like a notebook computer, or things like this. Tablets on iPad fit nicely in there. So anyway, 4 minutes and 52 seconds. And it's probably like 6 minutes with the weight video at the end of this. So anyway, hey, thanks for watching. I'll catch you next week. All right, let's do a weigh-in. So I got my 4 scales underneath, and inside I cleaned most of this stuff out. I got a bucket of something and a few tools, but it's pretty clean on the inside. So we have my 4 scales. There's a scale. If you wiggle it, you can make it go. Basically, I just jacked it up in the front and the back. And the results are this. We've got 98, 188, 76, and 84, which is 446 pounds.